Hello, Oli. How are you?
I'm okay.
I'm okay. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to get to know you better. And we would like to ask you a few questions for our target, our viewers. And it's based on your experience in the fashion industry. So the first one, Oli, how you will describe yourself?
Ooh. Big question. So, first of all, I'm a woman. And I'm Italian woman. So that means that there is a big difference between me and the rest of the world. Because Italian woman has some specific attitude to life in general.
Like which ones? Tell us a little bit about those specifics.
Okay, as a woman, you know, all women are really concrete and practical. And we have the skill to manage different things in the same time. And as Italian woman, I think that they have the quality to find solution in a creative way. Everything solution.
Yeah, problem solving oriented, right?
Yeah. But creative problem solving.
But creative problem solving. That's so good. And how being an Italian creative woman influenced your professional career in fashion?
I think that it's about taste in general. So Italy is a beautiful country, and you grow up with the beauty in your eyes. So it's something that you can use in an easy way in fashion, for sure.
So you think it gave like a plus, the fact that you're Italian in your professional career. So tell us a little bit about how was your professional path so far? You know, how you start in the fashion industry and what you're doing nowadays.
I start as a student. And it was a dream for me, for sure. Now it's my job. So I start to study in a school, almost private school. And after I had the possibility to work with a small company. And after this experience, I went in a big company for the important brand. So I started from a small to a big.
So what was the first important brand you worked with?
I started in Dolce & Gabbana at the end of the 90s, and after I had possibility to work for Versace and Gianfranco Ferré.
Wow.
And so I think I was very lucky.
Yes. And nowadays, what is exactly what you do? Tell us about what you do nowadays.
Now I'm in the university, and I'm the coordinator of the fashion design department in IED in Milan, and I'm teacher for the second year and a third year course. Okay.
And you still work as a consultant as well,
Of
Oli?
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
You work in the women's wear and kids wear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oli, what we would like to know, which is very important for the people that is our viewers, how are the main difference you notice between fashion when you started in the 90s and nowadays?
In the 90s, the creativity was the most important things. I think that now business is the most important thing. So it's a little bit shame because you don't need to be real creative, but you need to make money.
Yeah.
And it's a shame.
So you notice that the creativity is smaller versus, you know, the profit, right? Oli, and something that I would like to ask you, how do you think fashion is evolving nowadays?
Yeah. I think there is a big problem now. It's about the overproduction. So we need to find a solution, but find a solution together. Means that we need to start over and create a new puzzle, but in a new way, absolutely new way. We can't use the same instrument from the past because the result is not so nice at the end for the world.
And if you can change something right away, you know, that is very, very important nowadays, because it's something that is the most negative, let's say, in the fashion industry. What do you think it is? What will be your choice?
I think we can work on quality and not on the quantity.
Yeah.
So you have to think about the project, and from the beginning you need to decide which is the focus on and the goal, and work with people that are very super top for something like handcraft, or in Italy we call artigiani.
Yeah, perfectly skilled. Yeah.
Yeah, so people, they really know a part of the manufacture, and they improve and they make a specific research, combine the heritage with the new technology. So this can be one direction.
Yeah, yeah. And it's so funny what you're saying. You started in the 90s. Every time I speak with designers that start back in those days, I always say that you were more than a designer back in those days. You were also a merchandiser. So you were already creating collections with the right mindset of quality, and you know how to structure the collection properly with all those commercial aspects that you have nowadays. Yes. Good. Our online platform, it's a project to help and support fashion professionals overcome the struggles you face in the industry and avoid burnout and high level of stress. So I would like to ask you if during your 20 years of professional career, did you ever suffer from, you know, any specific struggle, and how you cope with that, how you solve it?
Well, I think that I suffer the fact that I'm a woman. And in the fashion world, I think the fashion world is really misogyn. So every time you are in contact with somebody as a woman, you have to give a demonstration about your skills. And you have to demonstrate that you are able to manage a collection. Also, if you are a women's wear design, it's a little bit strange.
Yeah, I'm a woman. I should know.
Yeah, that I am able to
create for other women, right?
Woman.
Yeah.
So I found some solution just using my brain.
Knowing that you're a mentor for the new generations, you know, Aria, you're a mentor for them. What will be an advice you will give to these new generations that are starting in the fashion industry?
Yeah. I think that it's important to recognize who's in front of you, and find, I think, is a liquid way to have a relationship with them or with her. But
like finding the sweetest spot, that we
yeah.
discussed many times, you know, your sweetest spot in the industry. Do you think it's possible to find a sweetest spot in the industry where you can express yourself fully?
Yes, why not?
Yes.
It's to be positive.
It's to be positive. I like that. To be positive. Good. Oli, do you consider yourself a spiritual or ethical, you know, person? And if so, how you use those values and those ethics, those spiritual behavior in your life?
I think I'm an ethical person, yeah. Because I believe in people, so I want to be correct with the other. And that this is the real starting point in each teamwork. And if this point is clear for everybody, we can work together for years without problem.
So also for you, the human aspect is very important.
Absolutely, it's fundamental.
Yes, it's good because, you know, now there is a lot that people do, that companies do with the product and the sustainability, but they forget about the most important thing, which is people. You know, at the end is what create companies, right? So it's very, very important. And something that I always like to ask to people that have been in the fashion industry for many years, like your case, if you have to pick a happy memory in the fashion industry, what will be? Tell us about that.
I have
that
a
time.
lot of happy memories, absolutely. And I think they are all the moments before off. Because I like to work in a backstage. So this is the important part of my work. And there is not a specific moment. There is an atmosphere that it's in the air. And it's also about the team. Because if you have nice colleagues, we work together with pleasure, everything is like simple and automatic.
Like
and
playing.
Yeah, like playing. And I think that I really love my job. And that's the reason why I never had a hobby. I don't need a hobby.
Yeah,
It's
true.
combined.
It's true. Will you pick fashion again? If you go back 20 years ago? Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I can do nothing different from fashion.
You have what a friend of mine says, the fashion bug.
The fashion bag.
When you have it, you cannot. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, your energy, and for supporting our target to this journey. Thank you.
Thank you.